that fucking move. And I feel like a middle-aged woman drinking this shit, man. Oftentimes, when we think of the best MMA fights of all time, we think of long, action-packed wars like Yoel Romero versus Robert Whittaker, Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Zhang Weili, Rory McDonald versus Robbie Lawler. We never usually think of fights that didn't even make it to the second round. And that's why today I'm going to be making a list of the best one-round fights of all time. Just quick disclaimer, I'm going to be excluding fights from Pride or Rizin because their rule set, how it works is the first round in Rizin and Pride is 10 minutes, and 10 minutes worth of action in most other promotions is worth 2 rounds, so it kind of just feels unfair to include that stuff, to me personally. Now, let's get into the list. At number 10, I have Donald Cerrone versus Melvin Guillard. Now, Donald Cerrone would come in the fight, rush, get hit with a hook, get dropped, and Melvin Guillard would start swinging for the fences, trying to take out Donald Cerrone, and it would be action-packed. But then, out of nowhere, Donald Cerrone hits the head kick, rocks him, drops him, bang, bang, and just like that, comeback victory. There was so much action just for this one-round fight. It was insane. Number 9, Nate Diaz versus Gray Maynard 3. Now, if there's one thing that you can rely on Nate Diaz for, whether it's 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, he's going to give you a pace. And he gave Gray Maynard a pace of a lifetime when he TKO'd him in the first round. It was so action-packed. It was insane, bro. At number 8, I have Diego Brandao versus Dennis Bermudez. And, bro, oh my God, bro, talk about a comeback victory. They had an action-packed round, and then near the end of the round, he gets dropped. Then he starts ground and pounding, just like that. Boom, gets caught in an armbar, and he wins. There's just something so special about when two dogs are facing at the end of tough and basically fighting for the futures of their careers, bro. Oh my, it is just something special. At number 7, Dan Henderson versus Fedor Emelianenko, bro. It's Dan Henderson knocking out Fedor Emelianenko after it looked like Fedor was about to knock out Dan Henderson. Comes out of nowhere, lands the shot, puts him down, gets the stoppage, and it's Fedor Emelianenko. Like, damn, bro, that's insane. At number 6, I have Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar. And I mean, what's better than watching Cain Velasquez whoop Brock Lesnar's ass to get his first world title? What's better than that, really? At number 5, I have Robert Whittaker versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and I don't know, there's something special about seeing two veterans of the sport meet early on in their careers and put on just a striking clinic. I mean, if you just watch the fight, it's a very technical striking warfare from both men. It was clear that Wonderboy was just the faster man, but people were talking about the power of Whittaker because this was back when Whittaker had the reputation of being a knockout artist, and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson would time something perfectly and just clip him on the chin and finish him. In my opinion, it was such a beautiful striking match for the very little time that we got it. At number 4, I have Chet Congo versus Pat Barry. I mean, talk about comeback victories. I mean, there's multiple times where it looks like either man could be put out of their misery, and if there was any other referee, it probably would have been stopped, especially nowadays. And I don't know, there's something really special about seeing Chet Congo come back and sleep that pedophile. At number 3, Matt Hughes versus Frank Trigg 2. Some of the best fights in this list have to do with the comeback part of it. And Frank Trigg, man, he had Matt Hughes on the ropes, man. It looked like he had him out. It looked like he was about to become the new world champion. But Matt Hughes, being the dog he is, would fight out of it. deliver one of the craziest slams we've ever seen in the sport. Just an absolute insane moment that I feel like we've all seen at least one time. And then he would fight, get his own rear naked choke after fighting out of Frank Trigg's rear naked choke, and he would submit Frank Trigg. It was just an absolute moment that showed how much of a dog Matt Hughes is. And it showed why he's a legend of MMA. All right, at number 2, I have Chaz Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje. And, I mean, talk about action-packed. My God, they were dropping each other, landing big, vicious shots. Charles eventually drops Justin, gets on his back, and gets the submission, and that was a wrap. I mean, there was so much action put into one round by two of the most violent highlight reel-making lightweights on the planet. What the fuck did you expect, man? And at number 1, the best one-round fight of all time, in my opinion, Paul Daly versus Nick Diaz. Oh my God, bro. I've said action-packed so many times in this video, but I mean it full-heartedly when I say that this was such an action-packed fight for how short it was. I mean, they kept dropping each other over and over. They kept swinging for the fences in that classic Nick Diaz pace that he always puts on people. I mean, bro, it didn't feel like it was a one-round fight. I mean, the level of action that we got throughout this whole thing felt like it could have been a full championship fight, but it wasn't, and it was just insane as Nick Diaz got that comeback finish, and it just showed why Nick Diaz is a legend and a dog, bro. It shows why he's a fan favorite even to this day, and man, it was insane. I still can't believe that fight didn't go full 5 minutes, man. It felt like it was so much more than that, bro. I don't know why. But yeah, this is my list of the best one-round fights of all time. If you can think of any that I left off this list, then feel free to let me know in the comments below and give me any video suggestions of lists or ideas that you want me to cover in the future. I've been Hendrix. Peace out.
Put up on your bitch, she suck my dick and then you kissed her.